Damn.
Hey, how's it
What's
going, Paul?
up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Phenomenal, man. I like your white background.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm trying to get like you, but I don't have the white background. I have the lighting.
Looking good, man. How's it going?
Man, great, dude.
Awesome, awesome. Glad to see you.
Yeah, man, good to see you too, man. Appreciate all your hard work.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Without you guys, none of this is possible.
Tell me what I need to do.
Well, right now we have this mini social proof project, which is going on, which means I'm here to record a few people creating some awesome results inside Empower, and we're taking those the videos that we record on here and cutting them up and using them in the promotional video of the Top Producer launch. So what we'll record here, you'll see facing in the front of the launch here tomorrow.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah.
All right, you cool? You cool to be featured there?
Absolutely.
Good,
I,
good.
I just knew I had to be, if I had to be first, I was like, I'm on it, you know?
Hey, whenever we get a chance to feature the Rose Reaper, we got it right.
Nice.
Awesome, awesome. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take my camera off here,
Okay.
so it can just be focused on you. Let me go ahead and get the control panel
Is
here.
enough lighting, or do you need more facing me?
No, you're looking good actually. I
Okay.
think that umbrella light, that little cool contraption, what you got over there in the corner is doing it, man.
All right.
Looking
Cool.
good. Looking good. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is basically ask you about 8 to 10 questions, and just answer those questions as normally and as comfortably as possible, and just restate the question within the answer. So if the question is, "What is your name?" you'll want to say, "My name is," and then go from there.
Okay.
Sound good?
Here, man. Let's do it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Get pumped.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Paul Gardner, and I'm an entrepreneur with the Empower Network.
What was life like before you started using what you learned from David Wood about recruiting and selling?
Life was not. Hold on. Do you want me to repeat the question and then answer?
Yes. So repeat the question within the answer as your
I s-
lead in.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Can we start that one over?
You got it, boss. What
Okay.
was life like before you started using what you learned from David Wood about recruiting and selling?
Life before finding out the strategies on recruiting and selling from David Wood wasn't, uh, I guess you can say, rainbows and lollipops. In fact, I was miserable at a corporate America kiosk job for 3 years, making no more than $2,000 a month.
What problems were you facing before in your selling and recruiting?
Oh, okay. Is that another question?
Yes. No, the last one was really, really good. I like the rainbows and lollipops. We got to use that.
Nice.
What problems were you facing before in your selling and recruiting?
Hmm. Problems. Bef- okay. Sorry. Let me rephrase. Is the question being directed towards top producer formula or the trainings and empower?
No, just for you in general. So what problems in the past were you facing in your recruiting and selling before you learned from what you learned from Dave?
In the trainings or in the top producer formula?
Not in the top producer formula because the top producer formula isn't out just yet. It's in so basically in your history, what were some issues you were facing with recruiting and selling before you met Dave?
Okay, got it. Some of the issues that I was suffering with before I met Dave was I couldn't consistently recruit a consistent amount of people on a daily basis. I would have some months where I would only bring in 1 to 5 people a month, and I found myself being really frustrated and not knowing what to do in my business.
Paul, how did you first hear about Dave and what he taught?
I actually found David Wood through a YouTube video through another person promoting indirectly the Empower Network opportunity. And through there, I made a decision about a week later to use this system.
Did you have any reservations about Dave before you got started?
I didn't have any reservations about Dave because of all the results that he was creating and the amount of people that he was able to help But I had more reservations of whether or not I could do it or not.
And how is your life like now that you're using what you learned from David?
My life now, after using what I learned from Dave, is completely phenomenal. I'm able to actually work my business now literally 3 to 4 hours a day and be able to build a business and have a life at the same time and do the things that I want to do rather than being a slave to my business.
And with that, what are some of the benefits you've seen so far?
Okay, benefits to what? That?
No, well, your life now. So what are the benefits of your life now as compared to before? So like more that are
Okay,
most important to you.
okay. Uh, the most important benefits now as a result of getting this information has been just being able to raise my daughter and being able to be there as a father figure and a role model and be the example that she needs. And I've been able to help a ton of people in my sphere of influence as well make some new decisions about their lives and finally start seeing results.
And when you first got started, how long did it take you to see those benefits using what Dave taught?
I started actually seeing results right away, and actually within 90 days of my business, I was able to break through to a 5-figure per month income. And of course, results aren't typical, but that's what I was able to do as a result.
Awesome, you're doing awesome, Paul. 2 more questions. How do you think other people view you now as opposed to before you got started?
People view me now somebody as an authority and a respected leader in the industry, and I couldn't thank Dave enough because I feel like a true expert in the field and now get paid like the expert that I know and deserve to be.
And as a whole, how would you sum up what you've learned from David Wood?
Magical is the way that I sum that up.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can you do that again, but just include the phrase? Because what I'm going to say is an include. So just include the question in your answer, and that would be epic.
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
You got it, boss. As a whole, Paul, how would you sum up what you've learned from David Wood?
As a whole, I would sum up what I learned from David Wood as absolutely magical.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That is it. I'm going to turn my camera back on real quick. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. If I could give you a virtual high five right now, I would. You're going to be out at the Orlando event, right?
Of course.
I know that's a silly question.
Hey, real quick, while I have you really quick, because
Yes.
I just feel like everything happens for a reason, because it's funny that I'm talking to you now, because we were trying to talk to compliance about an idea that we had.
Okay.
But the only reason why I haven't yet is because I'm basically opening up a kiosk at the Opry Mills Mall in Nashville, Tennessee for the offline system. And I
Okay.
talked to compliance a little bit, and they were asking, what it's going to be like, what is it going to consist of, so they can approve it. But it's like a ton of work on the other end too. Like I got to go through this whole huge approval process on the government aspect side and like all that jazz. But I want to take my business to $100,000 a month, and I believe in this offline system so much that even the people that walk through, and that mall gets 15 million people trafficked in yearly, which means about like a couple million every month and a half come in. And I've ran kiosks before. I did it for about 3 years, so I understand like how to actually run that type of business. But I just believe in the Empower vision and the Empower message to change the world, bro.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
And that's kind of where I'm at, and that's what I'm going to be doing in a week and a half. And I'm going to be getting at least 25 to 50 signups a day, and we will be #1 income earners. We will also be #1 on the member signups. And people think I'm just hyping it up. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like that's what's about to happen. And I really believe that this is something that's going to change the world. But I just wanted to know, what do I need to do on our end to like provide to you guys to make sure that it's okay. Just because I know some people, like Kim, she was feeling a little bit weird about not getting it approved first,
Got it. I would write compliance and Empower Network and just give them the outline. One, so it can be accredited, but two, generally speaking, I think that everything and don't quote me on this, but I think that that's completely fine. We actually had a gent take the DVDs and sell them out of the flea market, and he got 600 DVDs from us, and he sold them all for like $10 a piece. And so he sold all the DVDs, and he then, people came in from those signups, and there was no issue with it whatsoever. I believe it's totally fine to do anything like that, because you're basically handing the DVD out the same as you would, as long as you're not at the kiosk saying, take this DVD home and then Power Network will then give you cars or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But as long as you're marketing it the same way that you have been.
With income disclaimers and all
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think the income disclaimer is on the DVD case if I'm thinking right. But yeah.
Okay. And when you said the Walmart guy or the flea market guy, is that guy by any chance Mark Sherris?
No.
Just because that guy's been on #1 on the member signups for like forever, and like nobody knows who he is.
No, I won't be able to say who it is, but I can tell you, the guy I am referring to was doing hardly any business, and his business skyrocketed just from what he did with the offline tool at a flea market.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, like he was doing like okay business to sustain himself, and then he did that at the flea market, and not only did he profit off the DVDs, he had tons of people sign up. They already made an initial $10 investment. It was just all around like, boom, yeah. So it was big there. So at a mall that gets a couple million people every month and a half, whoever's sitting there with Paul needs to start buying him lunch.
Boom.
Saying.
See? I knew it. So. That's why it was a good idea, because my intention is 1.2 million by January, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But then I was in the shower the other day, or the other week, and I thought of the idea.
Hey, that's where some of the best ideas happen, man. Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul, right in the shower. He said, you know what? I'm going to sell these books. Well, that is it, my friend. Reason I asked if you're going to be at the Orlando event, for hopping on here with me, I've just got a huge swag bag set aside for you at the event. So go ahead and connect with me there, and I got you the hookup.
This was a gift in itself, just catching up with you, man.
Appreciate that, man. So yeah, I'm excited. Keep me in the loop. You have my email. Keep me in the loop about this thing, man. As soon as it takes off and you start seeing some crazy results from it, let me know. I want to feature that everywhere on the blog. When you're ready. So
absolutely.
Let me know.
I will, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Paul. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.